Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Psyduck back here, and in this video I will be talking about the recent tournament that happened in Christchurch on the 22nd of April 2021. The tournament was very competitive this time round. Like we did see some new players, and they were learning, which was really good for them. I think one of them was playing with my mate Joel's decks, and it was an Altaria deck, and like he was struggling a wee bit, and I helped him as best as I could without going like over the tournament rules and being like, "Come full on help your opponent." I was helping him with like the basic stuff, and since Joel was judging the event, I felt like he understood that maybe. So also that was pretty good. So that was pretty good for him. And he'll be a good player one day. Honestly, like I started off from fuck all. Sorry about my language, but yeah, started off from bugger all, and here I am. I'm still not the greatest player. Don't plan to be. I just plan to play how I go. I don't want to be overconfident and say, "Oh, I'm the best player in Christchurch," when I definitely know I'm not. Probably at least top 5 out of the players there. Because there's the competition there is so close all the time, and I'm just like, this is what I need to be around, and this is what I need to play against. So it's also very good. Anyway, I played Yurashifu VMAX Single Strike. New deck to me, it really is. Like, going into it, I was like, do I quickly pull this apart and build my Turbo Zacian deck that I know, like, from the back of my hand how to play? But I can't just rely on one deck all the time. Like, people are always going to be like, "Oh, that deck's good," and then they're like, "Oh, I'm going to go build a fire deck," and everyone's going to show up with fire decks, and I'm just going to be there with a lone metal deck and getting my ass whipped. So to go there and play a different deck felt good, and it kind of brought up the same result. I got 3-1 out of the games that I had there last night. So yeah, kind of brought out the same result. Game 1, I versed Whale Lord V. Just got my ass handed, honestly, if I'm going to be honest. Game 2 was close, but she still managed to get me on that last coin flip. And she was really lucky on them. Like, that's all the deckers, you got to be lucky on coin flips. And with Glenwood Tangle, with allowing you to reuse those flips, busted deck, really. It's a really good deck in that sense. So, yeah, like I scooped game 1, was just like, nah, I'm just dead drawing. She got lucky on crushing hammers as well, which was a bit annoying, but that's the way the game goes. The cards are there for the reason, and that's why they played. So commend Nicole on her win in that match, and I think she ended up going three wins and a tie maybe last night, but she did finish second overall, so she did really well. Second game I had against Alex. I have to say it was a very controversial game. I scooped game 1, and he scooped game 2, so we both kind of had rubbish games in a row, honestly. And in my opinion, like, I know that the way that I've played the game for the last 7 years has been good in my eye, but obviously the players around then, back then to what there are now, kind of are different. They always saw the way that I used to play back then, and they were like, "Yep, that's cool, all that, good job." But to these days, people are so focused on the game, and they're like especially myself, I'm extremely focused, and I just need to always know what I'm doing every single turn and all that. And I didn't want to say he got pissed off. I felt like he was, but me and him are all good now. We sorted it out. But my energy, every time I play energy card, and I used to do this all the time as well, I always just stack it on top of each other because I wanted to know how many I got there and all that. And I know you can also do that by putting the energy card I just dropped my energy, like sideways like that as well, next to the Pokemon. So I'm gonna have to get used to doing that, because that sparked a bit of controversy last night, and I felt like Alex probably should have won that match. You know, he had the better deck at the end of the day. He was playing Rapid Strike Urshifu, and we were both kind of not getting the greatest of cards, but yeah, I felt bad. And then I ended up winning game 3. So yeah, it was a tough match. And I do commend Alex for being for not going absolute full blown psycho at me. At the end of the day, I felt like it was a mistake, even though that's the way I've played, and I'll stick to that. But rules change and things change and all that, and the game needs to change at some stage, and I feel like that's a good way for it to do that. So for now on, I'm going to have to learn how to play my energy next to my Pokemon, just so everyone can see how much energy I've got on it and what I've got on there. It came down to me saying, "Oh, I'm going to take for knockout on a 330 HP Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX," and he thought I had 2 of these single strike energy on. But what I did is that on my second turn, I had attached one for turn after using laser focus. I used laser focus when I attacked, and then the turn after I attached a single strike energy, and I evolved the Houndoom, and then I searched for one, and then I used Beat Down that turn from memory, and then I found another one with Houndoom after attaching a normal fighting energy to a benched Urshifu V, and and I don't think he saw that, so I felt bad for that. But anyway, I commend the guy. I've only known him for about 2 months or so, and top-notch player. Honestly, he just comes out of the gate playing ADP, and I don't care what anybody says on this channel about ADP. It's an awesome deck. I played ADP, so if you're going to fight me about ADP, go for it. But yeah, and yeah, he's a bloody good player. That's all I can really say. Me and him get along well after we met a couple months ago when I first started playing in these leagues over in Christchurch. And yeah, commend him really a lot. So yeah, commend that game, in honesty. Game 3. Oh, sorry, round 3. I've versed my old buddy Haywood. And I know that me and him aren't talking at the moment, outside of the Pokemon. But I commend him for being himself last night. And I was myself as well. Me and him respected our games. He was playing some type of Malamar deck. He played it with Galarian Zigzagoons and the new Weeping Bell from Battle Styles. And I commended him. He played bloody well last night. Unfortunately, he didn't get the result. But that's the way the game goes. He played well. He played his deck that he likes, and I played my deck. That's the way we did. And yeah, we get 2 games in a row in that match. And then I versed the guy who was playing, I forgot his name already, but he was playing Joel's Crobat VMAX deck. He didn't know how to play it, but I tried to help him as best as I could, as I said before. And yeah, I guess I don't want to say it was an easy one, because he is a new player, and I didn't want to feel like an arsehole for saying, "Oh, thanks for the easy game," but yeah, I commend him. He'll be a good player one day, as I said before. So anyway, we will get into the main cards from that deck. So starting off, we're going to start with the single strike Urshifu VMAX. This is the alternate art. This is the secret rare from the Battle Style set. So it reads for beatdown 100 damage. If you've got 3 single strike energy on here, it does 160. And that's good for targeting and stuff like Genesis VMAX or stuff like that. So that's a good card. And then G-Max 1 blow for 270 damage. Like I said before, if you've got the single strike energy on, it's doing extra 20 for each one. So if you've got 4 on there, it's doing an extra 80 damage on top of that, which one hit KOs pretty much anything in the TCG. and then you discard all the energy. And then the attacks damage isn't affected by any effects of your opponent's active Pokemon. I need to listen to that attack because I'm not sure if that stops Altaria, and I need to know because I versed Joel in a friendly, and I wanted to know if I could use that attack, and I don't think I didn't ask about it, but I need to find that out. Anyway, next card in the deck that I'm going to talk about is Houndoom, also new from Battle Styles. It was also a pre-release promo, and the ability clearly states, I'm not going to put it on the screen because the screen's being an ass. It states, once during your turn, you may search your deck for a single strike energy card and attach it to one of your single strike Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. If you attached an energy to a Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on the Pokemon you attached it to, pretty much. So, it's just a good card. It's just a good accelerator. I do want to play it with the Cheryl from Battle Styles, but I haven't tested it yet, so I need to test it before I try that out. Jirachi GX in the deck. Just for the ability, which states it's called Psychic Zone, and it says don't apply Psychic Weakness when Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, take damage. So that's good. That's all I play that for. Bench Barrier Mew for those Rapid Strike decks. That's the only reason why this card is pretty much expensive now. And it just clearly states you don't take damage on the bench Pokemon. So Rapid Strike Yoshifu does 120 to your active in one of your bench, I'm pretty sure it is. So you don't take the 120 on the bench. I played 2 different stadiums in the deck. One is Martial Arts Dojo and one is the Single Strike Tower of Darkness. We'll read about the Tower of Darkness first. It clearly states once during either player's turn, that player may draw 2 cards but must discard a single strike card from their hand. So you discard a single strike energy, draw 2 cards. Pretty good. And then Martial Arts Dojo. The attacks of non-Ultra Beast Pokemon that have basic fighting energy attached to them, both yours and your opponent's, do 10 more damage to their opponent's active Pokemon. If the attacking player has more prize cards remaining than the opponent, those attacks do 40 more damage instead. So say my opponent's on 3 prizes, I'm on 5, I will do an extra 40 damage, but I've got to have a basic fighting energy attached to that. And we'll talk about now the single strike energy, which states, I'll go through this part pretty quick. It just says it can be attached to single strike Pokemon, and you discard the energy if it's not attached to a single strike Pokemon. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides a fighting and a dark energy, but provides only 1 energy at a time. The attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So good card there. Play 4 of those, of course, A little tool card for single strike decks, Scroll of Scrawn, and that clearly says it's got an attack called Furious Anger on here for 1 fighting energy. This attack does 10 damage for each damage counter on the Pokemon, which combos well with the card. You're putting damage onto it, you're getting attacked as well if they don't get knocked out. For example, if that single strike Yoshifu had 40 damage on it already, because I've used it twice with the Houndoom, and they attack for maybe, say, 230 with a Brave Blade attack from Zacian, then that card would have 270 damage hit onto it. Furious Anger does 10 more on top of that 270. So you're doing 280 damage. And then if you've got the single strike energies on there already, you can hit up to 300, 320, 340, 360 if you've got all 4 on there. Awesome damage that can come from that little one energy attached attacker. Card very good there. Now, since with the G-Max 1 blow attack, you have to discard your energy, that's why we have this. Earn a Vitality. And that states you shuffle 2 single strike energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. So that you can get them back, reuse Houndoom, use the effect again, you're going ham again. Simple as that. Alright, now an easy way for me to find my Hounders is to use Livable, which I play 4 copies of. This is the older version of Livable, but you can still play it since it's been reprinted in Battle Styles. And that clearly states you can set your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less, and reveal it and put it into your hand. Really good. I'm happy that that card's been reprinted. And at times your fighting energy can get put in the discard pile, maybe to produce a Crushing Hammer, or by using G-Max 1 blow. So that's why I play 1 copy of Energy Recycler in the deck, because I might need them. I might need those fighting energy for later in the game. Don't know what deck I'm going to play in the next 2 weeks. I guess I'll decide that. Maybe do a deck profile on it if I haven't already. But apart from that, that's going to be the video. Thanks to everyone that was at TCG Collector on the 23rd of April 2021. Congrats to my boy AJ or Nick or Magikarp from the Splash Brothers for taking out the tournament victory last night. Nicole on her 2nd place. I ended up finishing 3rd with the single strike deck. Alex still finished 4th. So we all played well. Every single one of us played well last night, and I commend everyone for that. Thank you to the net and Alex Gurney, Will from TCG. Who else? So I have to thank Joel for being the judge. And that's pretty much it. So apart from that, good to catch up with you guys, and let me know what you guys want to see next on this channel, what I could improve, and all that. And we do still have product to open when it arrives here. We're just got to be patient about it, but it will be here at some stage hopefully. So, you know, guys, I'm stalling. I'm continuing to speak, but yeah, I'm going to go. And it's been good to talk to you guys. Peace out. Signing out.